everyone, it's Kim here and I'm back with another video. So today I wanted to share with you all how I got started in the event planning field. Let me say this up front, I have not been formally trained in event planning. My background or my degree is in visual communications, which is graphic design, and that is my base of how I see things, where my aesthetic come from, and how I understand how to communicate visual graphics or visual expression to clients and to just the general public. So how I got my start in event planning, it was early 2016 and I decided to speak my purpose on Facebook. And the post that I put, it was something to the effect of I want to plan a baby shower or something like that. And to my surprise, I got a good amount of replies and responses back. A lot of them were like encouraging words. A lot of people was kind of surprised that that's the direction that I wanted to go in. And there was one post that stuck out. It was from a friend of mine from high school, and she said that her sister was having a baby shower, or she was throwing a baby shower for her sister, and she wanted some help. Now, mind you, this was a Tuesday. When we discussed everything in further detail, the baby shower was due for Saturday. So I had 4 days. Yes, it was Tuesday evening, so I had 4 days to come up with a concept, research, gather materials, and execute. Okay, fine. A little pressed for time, but okay, fine. I have always been a creative person my whole life, and I was confident with the information that I had so far as looking at things on YouTube, watching shows like My Fair Wedding and things like that, that I understood enough about the process to execute a small baby shower. What also gave me the extra boost was working with somebody that I knew personally. I felt like that took a lot of the pressure off. Not that I could do a halfway job because we knew each other, but it wasn't working with a complete stranger for the first time on your first job and something that you're relatively new in. So working with somebody that I knew took a lot of the pressure off of me being the best designer, planner, baby shower, host extraordinaire, and it really just allowed me to flow creatively in a way that best fit our resources, the time, and the space. So how it went was Tuesday we set it up. Wednesday I was there measuring out the specs, and we discussed things like budget. Now, the budget that I had was about $20, and I was like, okay, we can work that out, we can do this, we can do that. But in my head I was thinking, really? $20? What am I gonna do with that? You know, we already only have, you know, a couple of days to put this together and make it look nice. What am I gonna do with 20 bucks? But me being the crafty person that I am, I already had some things at home, you know, little cutesy craft items that I knew that I can incorporate for a baby shower for a girl, because her sister was having a baby girl. And I was at the time watching different things on YouTube, like building balloon structures and setting up tables and just things like that. I was already looking into how to plan events or different elements of decor and stuff like that, but I've never had the opportunity, or I never had the clientele to actually execute and show what I could do. So from there, after I measured out the space, I gathered the materials that I had, looked up different things on YouTube, got a few more things that I knew we would need, like a couple of favors, you know, the basics like disposable cups and plates and napkins and stuff like that. and I just made it work. Now, keep in mind, I did not do this completely by myself. I had the support of my sister. Thank you, Janice, if you are watching this. She was there with me, helping me transport things out of the car, helping me put together my balloon structures, bringing things into the house, and I really, really appreciate it, because when you're out there for the first time and you're just kind of not necessarily winging it, but going off the limited knowledge and experience that you have to do something that is decent, it's scary because you start to doubt yourself. But having that great support system, it gives you that extra boost of confidence and that extra safety net to just do you and just flow with your creativity and just go with the punches. So that helped me a lot, having that support system. So the day of the baby shower, I got there at 12 as we agreed, but no one was at home. And I was like, oh my gosh, this baby shower is supposed to start in about maybe 3 hours. I have to set up, I have to put pieces together, and I can't even get inside where everything is supposed to be. Whew. But I composed myself, and my sister and I, we started working in the hallway of different pieces that I knew that we would need to set everything up, like the balloon structures. She helped me build a baby bottle out of balloons, which is really cute and was one of those things that you would see as soon as you got to their apartment. So that was nice. And we also was taking out different containers that I was going to put the candy in and set up the dessert bar. And we also moved the things that we were going to use for the photo area. I built that out of PVC pipe. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Don't sleep on Home Depot. Built that out of PVC pipe and some curtains from like Maxway, I believe. You know, just really getting creative, because like I said, the budget was $20. So I had to really pull some tricks out to make it work. And behind the backdrop, we used Christmas lights, which were things that I had from the previous Christmas. So like I said, make it work no matter what. Having that ingenuity and that can-do attitude, it really brings you through those situations that you feel like you're not supposed to win, but you can if you just keep going. Take a moment to really think about, okay, what can I use here? What can I use there to bring in a certain mood? You know what I mean? What can I repurpose, or what can I tweak to make look beautiful and on theme, and to just really just work it out, because that is what's important, working it out and getting to that end result. So, you know, when I finally did get inside, I was rushing, but not to the point where I was just throwing things together, because I take pride in everything I do. Even if the situation isn't ideal, I want to represent myself well, and I wanted to make sure that my clients were happy. So as people were rolling in, I was still working on the backdrop outside on the patio area, but people were rolling in and they were just amazed of, you know, what I had going on. The bottle made of the balloons, the dessert table, the food set up, the main area, how that was decorated. It was really nice. And looking back on it and not trying to sound cocky or arrogant or whatever, I was really proud of myself, and I was able to look back like, yeah, I did that, and I was so proud. And you know, just thinking back on it, I love those situations that aren't ideal, because it makes you work twice, if not 3 times as hard, to make it look just as good as anything else. So fast forward into the actual baby shower. Monkey wrench in my plans. They asked me to play host, and I'm just looking like that wasn't a part of the plan. Mind you, I am an introvert, so I'm not going to say I don't like people, but I don't get my energy from being around crowds of people, and I definitely do not like being put on the spot in front of a group of people. However, I looked up a couple of things online, a couple of calming games that I knew that we had some extra material for them to participate. Like how big is mommy's tummy. Don't ask me why I had rolls of toilet paper. You never know when you're planning a party, okay? These are the things that people forget. They did have toilet paper, but just in case I had my own. Anyway, so we played that game and a couple of others, and we just really made it work. I got so many compliments about how well everything looked, how well everything came together. And what solidified me pursuing the path of event planning was my friend's sister coming to me and just her saying thank you and expressing her gratitude, me coming in 4 days before the shower and just really making it something special for her first child. And to this day, I really cherish that moment, because that was my start. That was my break. And since then, I've kept going and kept going. I've done a few more events and a lot of just different decor projects. I'm still doing graphic design, so I'm offering that as a piece to my clients to design different invitations and stationery and other pieces that are really going to affect the overall look and feel of their party. So my lesson of this whole story is, even if you don't know what you're doing, even if you don't know how things are going to turn out, just keep going. Just keep going and make it work, because anybody that's great in their respective field or profession, they had to have a first time getting out there, going through that phase of, if I'm good enough, or can I execute this? Is this going to look good enough? Will people buy that I actually know what I'm doing? Things like that. Those self-doubting moments that we all have in life. Everyone has had to go through them, especially the greats. But the things that sets everyone apart from greats is that the greats kept going, they learned, they kept going, and they realized that they can't do it all by themselves. And I am so grateful to my sister for being my support, because I don't know what I would have done my first time out there doing everything by myself. So I really appreciate her, and I really appreciate my friend and her sister for allowing me to be a part of that special moment in their life. So I hope this video helps someone out there to just follow their passion. If they are a at-home host, you host that party, you put that thing together, and you make it work no matter what. If you are an event planner, get out there and speak to clients and really show them a part of yourself that you are really invested, that you are really into your craft, and it is your duty and your goal to make them happy and help them realize their vision. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you all in the next video.